Have you been faithfully taking a popular bone vitamin because you believed it was protecting your health after 60? What if I told you that, in some situations, the very supplement many older adults trust for stronger bones may also be linked to calcium ending up where you never want it, inside your arteries instead of your skeleton? As a heart doctor, that possibility genuinely shocked me, because for years I watched patients do everything they believed was right, only to discover that protecting one part of the body is not always as simple as taking a single vitamin. If you're over 60, today's discussion could completely change the way you think about bone health and heart health. This isn't about creating fear or telling you to throw away your supplements. It's about understanding why the aging body follows different rules than it did 20 or 30 years ago. As we grow older, our bones, blood vessels, kidneys, and hormones begin working together differently, and those changes can affect where calcium is directed inside the body. One of the biggest surprises in modern cardiovascular medicine is that arterial stiffness doesn't happen overnight. It often develops slowly and silently over many years without obvious warning signs. Many people don't realize anything is wrong until they experience chest pain, shortness of breath, or another serious cardiovascular event. That is exactly why today's topic deserves your attention. During this video, I'll explain why this happens in simple language, reveal the hidden biological process that many people have never heard about, and show you the practical steps that may help support both healthy bones and healthy arteries. I'll also share 3 common mistakes I repeatedly see people over 60 make, mistakes that can undermine even the healthiest intentions. Before we continue, I'd like to ask you something. If you're watching today, tell me your age and the country you're watching from in the comments below. I read those comments because they help me understand who this information is reaching and what topics matter most to you. And if you appreciate calm, science-based explanations without sensational headlines or miracle promises, consider subscribing. My goal is to help you understand what the latest evidence suggests, ask better questions during conversations with your own healthcare provider, and make informed decisions that support both your heart and your quality of life. Now let's uncover why this popular bone vitamin has become such an important conversation for people after 60. Many people assume that once calcium enters the body, it automatically finds its way into bones. Unfortunately, biology is far more complex, especially after the age of 60. The real question is not whether calcium is present, but whether the body's guidance system is directing it to the right destination. When that guidance system becomes less efficient with age, calcium can begin settling in places where it does not belong, including the walls of arteries. Think of your body as a city under constant renovation. Calcium is like a truck carrying building bricks. Healthy bones are the construction site that needs those bricks every day to stay strong. Your blood vessels, however, are highways designed to remain flexible. If the trucks unload bricks onto the highway instead of the construction site, traffic slows, roads become rigid, and eventually the entire transportation system suffers. That simple picture captures why heart doctors pay close attention not only to calcium levels, but also to where calcium is being deposited. Scientists describe this process as vascular calcification, meaning calcium gradually accumulates within blood vessel walls. In plain language, it is the hardening of arteries caused by mineral deposits, rather than healthy bone formation. This process can reduce the natural flexibility arteries need to expand with every heartbeat, forcing the heart to work harder over time. Now, this does not mean that every person taking a bone vitamin will experience arterial calcification. That would be inaccurate. Bone health is influenced by many factors, including diet, kidney function, hormone balance, physical activity, existing medical conditions, medications, and overall nutritional status. The important lesson is that nutrients rarely work in isolation. They function as part of an interconnected biological system. That is why I want you to remember a simple idea I call the bone-to-heart balance system. It has 3 essential questions. First, is your body absorbing nutrients appropriately? Second, is your body transporting those nutrients efficiently? Third, is your body placing those nutrients where they belong? Focusing only on absorption while ignoring transportation and placement is like celebrating that a delivery truck left the warehouse without checking whether it reached the correct address. As we continue, you'll discover 5 practical strategies that support this balance. None are miracle cures, and none replace medical advice. Instead, they are evidence-informed habits that help you understand how nutrition, movement, and overall cardiovascular health work together after 60. By the end of this video, you'll also recognize 3 surprisingly common mistakes that may unintentionally interfere with this delicate balance. even among people who believe they are making the healthiest possible choices every single day. Before we explore those strategies, there is one more important concept to understand. Aging changes the communication between organs. Your kidneys help regulate mineral balance. Your intestines determine how nutrients are absorbed. Your hormones send chemical instructions, and your blood vessels respond to those signals every hour of the day. When one part of that communication network weakens, the entire system can become less efficient. That is why two people taking the same supplement may experience very different outcomes. One person's body may direct minerals appropriately, while another person's body may need closer medical evaluation because of underlying conditions. Understanding this bigger picture removes fear and replaces it with informed decision-making, which is exactly what every heart doctor wants for patients after 60. In the next section, we'll begin with the first practical strategy and explain how small, consistent daily choices can help support both stronger bones and healthier arteries without relying on exaggerated claims or unnecessary fear. Knowledge, not panic, is your greatest protection together. Now that you understand why calcium can sometimes end up in the wrong place, let's talk about what you can actually do to support both your bones and your heart. The first recommendation may surprise you because it isn't about taking more of anything. Instead, it's about making sure the nutrients you're already using are working together the way nature intended. The first strategy is to pay attention to nutrient balance rather than focusing on a single vitamin. Many people think of bone health as a one-nutrient job, but the body doesn't work that way. Every major nutrient relies on others to perform its role effectively. Imagine trying to build a house with thousands of bricks but no architect, no construction crew, and no blueprint. The materials may be available, yet the project still fails because coordination is missing. This is especially important after the age of 60. As we get older, the body's ability to regulate minerals becomes less efficient. Changes in hormone levels, kidney function, digestion, and physical activity all influence how nutrients are processed. That is why many heart specialists encourage patients to think about overall nutritional patterns instead of searching for a single miracle supplement. A balanced diet rich in leafy green vegetables, quality protein, nuts, seeds, and mineral-rich foods provides the body with a wider range of nutrients that work together. Rather than relying entirely on supplements, discuss with your healthcare provider whether your current routine truly matches your personal medical history, blood test results, and medications. Individual needs can vary significantly, and what works well for one person may not be appropriate for another. The second strategy is something that costs very little but delivers benefits throughout the entire body. Regular physical movement. Bones respond to movement, muscles respond to movement, even your blood vessels respond to movement. Every time you walk, climb stairs, perform light resistance exercises, or remain physically active within your abilities, you stimulate processes that help maintain stronger bones while also supporting healthy circulation. Think of your arteries like flexible garden hoses. If water flows through them regularly and smoothly, they remain more elastic. If movement decreases and the body becomes increasingly sedentary, many natural protective systems become less active over time. Exercise cannot erase years of arterial changes, but it supports overall cardiovascular function and helps maintain healthy blood flow. You don't need an intense workout program to experience meaningful benefits. For many adults over 60, a consistent daily walking routine, gentle strength training approved by a healthcare professional, or simple balance exercises can make a remarkable difference. The goal is consistency rather than perfection. Another advantage of regular movement is that it strengthens the muscles surrounding your bones. Strong muscles reduce the risk of falls, improve balance, and encourage long-term independence. At the same time, physical activity supports heart health by helping manage blood pressure, blood sugar, body weight, and overall cardiovascular fitness. Notice how these first two strategies share one common principle. Neither depends on chasing the latest health trend or purchasing expensive products. They focus on supporting the body's natural systems so that bones, blood vessels, muscles, and organs work together, instead of competing with one another. In the next section, we'll continue building this foundation by exploring 3 additional strategies that many people overlook. These simple habits may play an important role in protecting both your skeletal health and your cardiovascular system as you continue to age, helping you make smarter decisions with confidence rather than fear. By now, you've probably noticed a pattern. Protecting your bones and protecting your heart are not two separate goals. They are connected through the same biological systems. When you support your body as a whole, you're far more likely to create an environment where calcium is used effectively instead of being deposited where it doesn't belong. That brings us to the third strategy, and it's one that many people underestimate. The third strategy is making sure your healthcare provider periodically reviews your supplement routine, instead of allowing it to remain unchanged for years. Many people begin taking vitamins after a recommendation from a friend, a television advertisement, or an old doctor's visit, then continue the exact same routine for a decade without asking whether their body's needs have changed. The truth is that your health at 65 is often very different from your health at 75 or 80. Kidney function may change, new medications may be prescribed, blood pressure may improve or worsen, digestive health may shift. All of these factors can influence how your body processes nutrients. That is why regular medical reviews are so valuable. Instead of assuming more is always better, ask whether your current supplement plan still matches your individual health profile. Sometimes the answer is yes. Sometimes small adjustments make far more sense than adding another bottle to the cabinet. The fourth strategy is paying close attention to your daily eating pattern rather than focusing only on supplements. Nutrients work best when they are supported by an overall healthy lifestyle. Meals built around vegetables, fruits, beans, whole grains, healthy fats, and appropriate sources of protein provide the body with countless compounds that work together in ways supplements alone cannot fully reproduce. Think of your diet as the foundation of a house. Supplements can sometimes help strengthen that foundation when there is a documented need, but they should not become a substitute for the foundation itself. A well-balanced eating pattern also supports healthy blood pressure, cholesterol management, blood sugar control, and a healthy weight, all of which contribute to healthier arteries over time. Hydration is another simple habit that deserves attention. As we age, our sense of thirst often becomes less reliable. Drinking enough water throughout the day supports normal circulation and helps many body systems function efficiently. While water is not a cure for arterial stiffness, proper hydration is one more piece of the larger puzzle of cardiovascular wellness. Now let's discuss the fifth strategy, and in many ways it is the most overlooked of all: consistency. Many people follow healthy habits for a few weeks, become discouraged when they don't notice dramatic changes, and eventually return to old routines. But your arteries and bones did not change overnight, and they will not improve overnight either. Long-term health is usually built through small decisions repeated consistently over months and years. Imagine depositing a small amount of money into a savings account every single day. One deposit seems insignificant, but hundreds of deposits eventually create something valuable. Healthy habits work exactly the same way. Choosing balanced meals, staying physically active, taking medications exactly as prescribed, attending regular medical appointments, and discussing supplements with your healthcare provider may seem like ordinary actions. Yet together, they create a powerful investment in your future health. Most importantly, consistency reduces the temptation to chase every new health trend that appears online. Instead of searching for miracle solutions, you build confidence in routines supported science and guided by your own medical history. At this point, you now have 5 practical strategies that work together as a complete system rather than isolated tips. However, even people with the best intentions can unknowingly make mistakes that undermine all of these efforts. In the next section, I'll reveal the 3 most common mistakes I repeatedly see, and understanding them could be just as important as everything we've discussed so far. Before we finish, I want to talk about 3 mistakes that I see far too often. What's concerning is that these mistakes are usually made by people who genuinely care about their health. They read labels, buy quality supplements, and try to make responsible decisions. Yet despite those good intentions, a few simple misunderstandings can quietly work against them. The first mistake is believing that if a little is good, more must be better. This is one of the most common assumptions in nutrition. People often increase the amount of a supplement on their own because they believe it will produce faster or greater benefits. But the human body doesn't reward excess simply because our intentions are good. Nutrients work best within the right balance, and taking higher amounts than recommended without medical supervision may not provide additional benefits. In some situations, it may even complicate existing health conditions or interact with medications. That's why every supplement should have a clear reason for being part of your routine. The second mistake is treating supplements as a replacement for healthy daily habits. A vitamin cannot replace regular movement. It cannot replace balanced meals. It cannot replace good sleep, stress management, or regular medical care. Supplements are designed to support health when appropriate, not to compensate for an unhealthy lifestyle. Think of them as one member of a team. If the rest of the team isn't doing its job, expecting one player to win the entire game isn't realistic. The strongest long-term results almost always come from combining sensible nutrition, physical activity, and professional medical guidance. The third mistake is assuming that every person's body responds in exactly the same way. Many people copy the supplement routine of a friend, family member, or someone they follow online. But age, kidney function, existing heart disease, medications, digestive health, and nutritional needs are different for everyone. A routine that works well for one individual may not be appropriate for another. Personalization matters, especially after 60, when health conditions often become more complex. If there's one message I hope you remember today, it's this. Don't let fear guide your decisions, and don't let marketing guide them either. Let evidence, regular medical advice, and a complete understanding of your own health guide the choices you make. When you combine the 5 strategies we've discussed with the awareness to avoid these 3 common mistakes, you place yourself in a much stronger position to support both your bones and your cardiovascular health. And that's exactly the goal. Not chasing perfection, but making informed decisions that protect your health for years to come. In the final part of this video, I'll bring everything together into a simple step-by-step plan you can remember, along with one final message that I hope stays with you long after today's discussion ends. Let's bring everything we've discussed today into one simple plan that you can remember long after this video ends. You don't need to memorize every scientific term or every biological process. What matters most is understanding the bigger picture and applying it consistently. Step 1. Never assume that a supplement is automatically right for you simply because it's popular. Every person's health is different, especially after the age of 60. Make sure your supplement routine matches your individual medical history, your current medications, and the guidance of your healthcare provider. Step 2. Build your health around daily habits before depending on pills. Eat a balanced diet, stay physically active within your abilities, remain well hydrated, and make quality sleep a priority. These everyday choices create the foundation that supports both strong bones and a healthy cardiovascular system. Step 3. Schedule regular health reviews instead of following the same routine year after year. As your body changes with age, your nutritional needs, medications, and overall health may change as well. A plan that was appropriate 5 years ago may benefit from thoughtful adjustments today. Step 4. Focus on long-term consistency instead of quick results. Lasting health is rarely created by one dramatic decision. It's built through hundreds of small, informed choices repeated over months and years. Those small decisions become the habits that shape your future. If there's one message I hope you take away from today's discussion, it's this. The goal isn't to fear a bone vitamin. The goal is to understand that no nutrient works alone. Your bones, heart, kidneys, muscles, hormones, and blood vessels are all connected. When you support the entire system instead of chasing isolated solutions, you're giving your body its best opportunity to age well. I'm Dr. Lachlan Reed, and my mission is to help you understand the science behind healthy aging in a way that's practical, balanced, and easy to apply. My hope is that every video empowers you to have more informed conversations with your own healthcare team and make decisions based on evidence rather than fear or marketing. If you found today's video helpful, let me know in the comments. Have you ever been surprised by something you learned about supplements or heart health? Your experience may encourage someone else to ask an important question about their own health. And if you know a friend or family member over 60 who takes bone supplements, consider sharing this video with them. It could start a conversation that truly matters. Finally, remember that this video is intended for education only and should never replace personalized medical advice. Never start, stop, or change any medication or supplement without speaking with your physician or another qualified healthcare professional who understands your personal medical history. Thank you for spending these minutes with me. Until next time, take care of your heart, protect your bones, and remember that informed decisions today can help build a healthier tomorrow.